And I am introducing you to another one of our Voices of Impact here at the Global Virtual Expo. I have with me Dimitra Mersinia. Hello and welcome, Dimitra.
Hello, Sigrid.
It's really great to have you here. Dimitra, you're a health and well-being strategist, clinician, coach, mentor, and you are the founder of Mind, M-I-N-D, Mind, Your Health. Tell us about that, Dimitra. What goes into it? What is it you're doing there? What would you like to share?
Sure. Thank you, Sigrid, and good to be here. So, the mind framework, it's something that it is described in my book, and it's part of the program that I use with my patients and my clients. And it can be used as a framework that can be used in different areas of life and work. And this next couple of days, I've chosen to talk to you about some specific things, like through the framework for minding yourself, mind your health, mind your time, and mind your business. So, because if these, I have found that if these four areas are clear, they can be leveraged for everything else around us. So, getting into it, so minding yourself first. Um, every single day, whether we realize it or not, we are kind of performing. We are leading teams, we are business owners, we are showing up to clients, we are pitching, we are parenting, we are creating, we are selling, we are caring. And in this current world that we live in, where we are stress rich and time poor, the pressure to perform has never been higher. But here's what I found, both as a medical practitioner and dental practitioner and as a coach. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot lead from burnout. You cannot perform at your peak when you're disconnected from yourself. And you cannot lead others well when your own tank is empty. You cannot optimize your performance until you mind yourself first. So mind yourself first so you can mind everything else better. So, sharing the framework that I use with high performing professionals, I'm mostly in the healthcare space, um, but it can be applied to every professional in high pressure environments. So, the mind, and it's not just about wellness, it's about performance, it's the inner advantage, the foundation that lets you consistently show up. So here is what it looks like. Um, Mind is an acronym. So M is mastering your mindset. Mindset is your internal operating system, and it shapes how you see yourself and the world around you. I had a client, a brilliant clinician, who felt like an imposter every time she was walking into the operating theater. And this is despite her qualifications, results, reputation. So going through the small shifts in the mindset, she stopped trying to silence the self-doubt and instead started asking, is this true? Whatever that goes, the story that goes into your head, is this true? Did someone told me this? So the brain loves answering questions. So we may as well ask better ones. So, and this is where mastery begins. So we can start, for example, with asking what beliefs are driving our actions or keeping us stuck? What emotional patterns are on loop in every day? And are our values driving the calendar? So this is something that goes through the exercise under the M in the mind framework. I is for investigating your habits and instigating new ones. So many of us are stuck in patterns that have served us, are serving us in survival, but really sabotaging our growth. So we can take a personal audit, an inventory, if you like, or a personal SWOT, with our strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats.
Mm.
See what's working, what's not, what are we tolerating. And sometimes the key to performance is not more knowledge, it's just like letting something go, it's less friction. So, instigating micro habits, very small habits that shift the needle, like 1% change every day. Small shifts, lasting results. That's what causes the impact that matters. So think about what's one habit that you can instigate today that your future self will thank you for. N is for nourishing your mind and body. So nourishment is more than food. It's your input and your output. It's your mental inputs, your emotional rest, your quality sleep, your movement, and setting boundaries. What you consume emotionally and mentally is just as important as what you eat. So if you want to perform, you have to fuel your system, and fueling the system is with rest, real food, movement, boundaries, and even joy. And there is a way that we can find it. D is developing heart-centered habits, and this is where your genius really lives. So I call it your hidden edge. Uh, Mind your genius to lead you with purpose, and it's about aligning your actions with your core values, your story, and your unique wiring. When your head and your heart are aligned, you stop trying to prove something and start living with purpose. And so this is where your genius zone lives, and that unique blend of your talents and your passions and your experiences. Having like small habits that feel good to you, honor your genius, and they flow more with ease and have greater impact.
Mm.
So this is what it's really about: mindset, habits, health, and heart. Now, why does this framework matter more than ever? Because the old days of just pushing through, um, I think they're broken. We are constantly switched on, but we are really switched off for ourselves. Our nervous system seems to be overloaded and our minds are on overdrive. We have normalized overwhelm, but performance cannot grow in that survival mode. Most burnout isn't from doing too much. It's from doing too much that is not aligned within ourselves.
Mm.
And I know what burnout looks like. I've been there twice. I have treated it. I have coached through it. It doesn't just show up as exhaustion. It shows up as disconnection. So you're doing everything and you're working hard and you're pushing through, but it doesn't feel like you. And performance becomes robotic and visibility becomes draining and confidence feels fake. But when you mind as you use mind as your internal compass, you actually can lead from authenticity, not from obligation.
Mm.
So, and let's talk about health, because this is all connected in general well-being. So in today's performance-driven world, we often rely on generic wellness advice. But true health is the kind that powers sustainable performance, needs to be personal. And this is where personal health profiling comes in. And it draws the insights from epigenetics, which shows that our environment, our lifestyle, or even our thoughts can switch our genes on and off, influencing everything from your energy and focus and how you manage stress. So your biology isn't fixed, it's adaptable. And how you live and eat and move and think and even relate to others affects how your body responds and performs. And with personal health profiling, you can tailor your daily rhythm to align with your natural biological strengths. When you most feel alert or focused, how you best restore your energy, how your body and brain prefer to respond to challenge. And this connects directly to the mind model because when you master your mindset, your biology supports your mental resilience. When you instigate healthy habits, you shape your environment and gene expression. When you nourish your body, you activate your vitality, not just manage your fatigue. And when you develop heart centered habits, you live in alignment with who you are biologically, emotionally, and purposefully. And the result is that you don't just perform, you thrive. Because with a healthy mind and body, they're not just tools for productivity, they are the foundations for a more powerful and lasting visibility and leadership.
Mm. Mm.
So the in everyday examples from an everyday in health, you when you adapt this framework, you can adapt like small consistent changes that keep you strong and
Yeah.
grounded. And in business, you stop second guessing every decision. And in personal growth, you reconnect with your own little power. So to leave you with today, just to recap, performance doesn't start on the outside, it starts within. So we talked about the mindset, habits, health, and heart. These are your tools. And your ability to lead and to serve and to love and to grow, it all comes back to how you value mind yourself first. So I would invite you to try pause and notice your inner world. Take a 10-minute audit of your habits and energy daily and do something that nourishes your body and brain, and align one action to your core value today. If this resonates, there are resources in the booth. You can watch the three-part video series or book a session with me. Thank you.
Fantastic. I love it. Dimitra, you've given us so many points to talk about when we are going to do a discussion, perhaps at the next session or another session. That would be awesome. But I think most of all, your direction to come and visit your booth is really brilliant for us. Thank you for taking us into the M-I-N-D framework, mind, and particularly starting with mind yourself. That was Dimitra Mersinia, health and well-being strategist, clinician, coach, mentor, and the founder of Mind Your Health, that framework. Thank you, Dimitra, for your presentation.